And I'm back. Hello world, hello YouTube land. How's it going? Let's look at Diversity Iron Man. Invincible Iron Man, issue number 10, Brian Michael Bendis, Marvel Comic Books. This is the one with Riri Williams. I call it Diversity Iron Man because all diversity is replacing white men with victim groups from the left. So we know the big list of victim groups that the left pretend to support in order to legitimise their lust for power. It's black, female, gay, and Muslim now, certainly not Christian. But the list of the left's victim groups. So that's what diversity is. Diversity is anti-white, leftist victim groups. So here we go. A young girl from Chicago, scientific genius, Riri Williams. She's going to be the new Iron Man. I thought the book would be interesting because there's an opportunity here for Brian Michael Bendis to do something with the character. She's very young and inexperienced, a bit bumbling, and you could turn her into an accidental villain. That would have been a very interesting character arc. After reading this comic book, I kind of started to realise that no, he's not going to do that. This is a diversity character. Diversity characters are either perfect or victims. One thing that the diversity characters are not is villains. So he couldn't do it. Brian Michael Bendis couldn't bring himself into he couldn't make himself turn his diversity character into a villain, even if it would be make an interesting story. He's not going to do that. The villain has to be a straight white man. And at the end of the book, we do have a new villain turning up, and he's going to be a straight white man. Okay, the book itself, there's not much going on. It's kind of a recap of previous events. And with Riri Williams there, in that area, helping the poor people out. So it's a Tony Blair book, really. It's I'll be just invading the country to help you out, to bring you peace and democracy. And because that evil dictator was such a bad man. And we're the good people. We'll make things much better for you. And the biggest story point really in the book is this page here, with Latvia to hold first free elections. So again, there's the germ of an idea that you can really tap into real world events, because obviously America invaded Afghanistan, Iraq, Libya. All these countries have been invaded to bring them democracy and freedom, and because girls want to go to school. That's what they said about Afghanistan, isn't it? The girls need to go to school, and those evil Taliban people are stopping them from doing that. So yeah, that's the official television reason for invading these countries, that we need to bring them democracy. And how did that work out? Well, we've got ISIS rampaging up and down the Middle East right now, and in Europe as well, with terrorist attacks happening in Paris, Brussels, in my backyard in Manchester. That's the reality of elections, getting rid of the dictator. In the pages of the comic book, with this diversity Iron Man, it works out just fine, and the girls go to school. And I guess the evil white man starting to really resent her for her success and her popularity. Really? Good. So you've got the real world, where invading countries, getting rid of their dictators, never really works out particularly well for anyone. And you've got the diversity version of reality, where it works out just fine. So the distance between what's actually happening and what's happening in the pages of a comic book is too immense. I can't force myself to be that stupid and pretend that the real world results of getting rid of a dictatorship are not what they actually are. I can't just read this comic book and tell myself, well, don't be a racist, Rorschach. She's a black girl, so of course if she does it, then things will work out much, much better. I mean, if only America had a black president, things would turn out so much better. This constant blaming of white racism on all the problems in the world, and then you try with that paradigm that it's white racism that causes the problems, and things never change. There's a bit in this book here where you see Ruby Williams' mum. She's living in the democratic heaven of Chicago. It is nice in Chicago, isn't it? I assume it's nice in Chicago because the Democrats have controlled that city for a long, long time. So I'm assuming it's absolutely perfect in Chicago, no problems at all. And yes, this single mum stuff going on in Chicago. So it's that combination of reality and unreality, trying to weld them together to create a narrative which you have to be so, I don't know, what's the word? You have to be so willing to suspend your disbelief into another universe entirely, not just a comic book universe, but a universe where cause and effect don't matter anymore. That things that you've tried before are not going to work out the same way as they always have done. It's almost like a world where you jump off a bridge and land on your head, and you're going to be absolutely fine. And if you're not fine, why are you not fine? Well, it's not the fault of gravity. It must be the fault of evil white racism. It's the left that intoxicated in ideology that real world reality and comic book reality, melding them all together is some sort of toxic soup of, well, yeah, we know that it kind of tastes a bit weird, we know that it's a bit lumpy, we know that it's going to kill you, but you better, gulp it up and enjoy it, and if you don't, that must mean that there's something bad about you. Racist, racist, racist. That's kind of what I get from the left. That's what I kind of get from Diversity Iron Man. Just this huge disconnection from reality, and a sense of, well, if you don't like this disconnection, then it's your fault, not ours. Okay. There we go. There we go. I think I'll end my video there. I'm going to say all I want to say about Diversity Iron Man. Of course, I won't be reading it anymore. And lesson learned, I guess. If I expected Brian Michael Bendis to do something interesting with Diversity Iron Man, all for me, really. He's laughing at me now. He's got my shekels for the last 3 months, and he never had any intention of doing anything interesting with this character, did he? Of course he didn't. He's a leftist. Yeah. I'll end my video there. Thanks for checking me out. Let me know what you think if you've read the book. Tell me that it is awesome. Please, please. I'd like to hear the counter argument to this. And I'll check you out later. Don't pay the hat. Goodbye.